Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Siti Umira Menti Adam. I'm from BA24248A. I choose the topic for current issue is better governance with the new Islamic finance framework. So let's get started with an introduction. Islamic finance is provision of financial services on a basis that is compliant with the principle and rules of Islamic commercial jurisprudence, fiqh muamalat. Hence, to finance economic activity in an Islamic framework, we must have institutions using instruments according to rules and regulations which are all bound by the Sharia. Sharia is a set of norms, value, and law that go to make up the Islamic ways of life. Next, I would like to continue with the issues. The issues in this article are to ensure Sharia compliance is very important to maintain the confidence of stakeholders and the general public. Lately, many cases have been brought to court challenging the Sharia compliance aspect of some Islamic banking products. The decision of some judges to cancel contracts underlying some Islamic banking products has posed a threat of financial loss for banks. On 26 October 2010, Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM) introduced the Sharia Governance Framework (SGF) for IFI operating under its field. Particularly Islamic banks, conventional banks offering Islamic financial service, and takaful companies. The SGF aims to strengthen the structure, process, and arrangement of Sharia governance IFI to ensure Sharia compliance. The SGF requires IFI to implement clear internal controls and remedial corrective measures to address Sharia non-compliance incident holistically. In response to the business complexity and maturity of the emerging IFI market, on 20 September 2019, BNM issued a new and revised version of the SGF, the Sharia Governance Policy, which is SGP, which replaced the outgoing SGF. The new framework is set to enhance board oversights and Sharia governance responsibilities, increase requirement for Sharia committees to provide objective and accurate advice to IFIs, increase expectation that boards and senior management promote a culture of Sharia compliance and improve the internal quality of control functions. Next, let's continue with advantages. The advantages of the new enhanced feeder of the 2019 GSP in comparison with the 2010 SGF. The first is the new SGP restrict the tenure of Sharia committee members to a maximum of 9 years in a single IFI, in comparison to the 2010 SGF, which had no limits. This limit addressed concerns regarding complacency, which may affect the professional objectivity of Sharia committees. The second is the previous SGF allowed Sharia committees to adopt more stringent Sharia decision than the published rulings of the Sharia Advisory Councils. The new SGP, however, mandates that banks notify the BNM about any additional restrictions that go beyond the SAC rulings, together with any documented deliberation and justification by their Sharia committees. A third is the preceding SGF was silent about the status of a politically exposed person acting as a member of a Sharia committee. The 2019 SGP, on the other hand, explicitly prohibits active politicians from becoming Sharia committee members. A fourth is the new SGP mandates that boards establish effective communication with their Sharia committees on all matters relating to Sharia requirements, Sharia governance, or Sharia's non-compliance risks. The 2010 SGF was, however, silent on this requirement. A fifth is the farmer SGF required that the Sharia review function be conducted by a qualified Sharia official holding at least a bachelor's degree in Sharia, including in Usul Fiqh and Fiqh Muamalat. The new SGP removes such requirements and situates itself as part of the overall compliance responsibility under the control functions. In this regard, the Sharia review function is required to have a sound understanding of those Sharia requirements applicable to Islamic financial business and operations. Finally, while the 2010 STF required the establishment of educated Sharia research function by a qualified Sharia official, the 2019 SDF removed this requirement by consolidating its role under the Sharia Secretariat function. The approach taken by the new policy places more emphasis on ensuring effective management of Sharia non-compliance risks through control functions. Last but not least, conclusions. From a broader perspective, we can conclude that the new SGP demonstrates BNM's heightened expectation towards effective Sharia governance and culture. This is yet another step in that impressive development profile of Islamic banking and finance in Malaysia, which it is hope will see an increase in public confidence in the often questioned Sharia compliance credibility of Islamic bank and financial institution in this country. I think that's all from me. Thank you.